Okay, so here are your mother jars again. This is what you'll set in the fridge. Take out half, make your counter starter that we've already talked about. And then the other half you're gonna keep feeding like we talked about and put it back in the fridge. Then your counter starter, again, you could use a weck jar, you can use a ball jar, you can keep using the plastic jar, it doesn't really matter, just so long as there's enough room for it to grow, which is why I like the weck jars. So right now, again, it's inactive, so you see, oh, there's a couple bubbles, but for the most part, it's not bubbly quite yet. So we want to get it happy on the counter. And in order to do that, the jar itself is cold. It came from a cold mother starter from the fridge. My counter's cold. My house is not real warm. So we sometimes want to speed this along. Even if you don't want to speed it along, I just find this helpful just to help activate it since it's been in the fridge and cold. So I have just a cloth hot towel or a pot holder thing that I put in the microwave for about a minute just to get it kind of warm. Then I just set my counter starter on it. I just wrap it up and leave it on the counter until it looks bubbly. Some people say that you can't use it, until it's doubled in size. So you could, if you wanted to, you could put a little mark on there with a marker, a Sharpie. It will come off glass. So you could put a little mark on there and see when it's, risen. If you've noticed it's risen and then it falls, some people say that that's your discard and you can't use it at all. I don't do that. And I'm probably breaking a bunch of sourdough rules, but what I do is I just watch it and make sure that it looks active and bubbly. If you smell it and it smells like acetone, it needs fed. So I wouldn't bake with it if it smells like acetone. That means it needs fed, that it's hungry. But as long as you see it's risen, it looks bubbly, you smell it and it smells like, fresh bread, then you're good to bake with it. That's just the general rule that I have done. Again, everybody has their own preferences. So you just want to make sure it's risen. If you want to mark it and see if it's doubled, make sure it doesn't smell like acetone. If it does, you're going to have to feed it again and wait for it to get happy and bubbly again. So say it does smell like acetone, you're going to want to take your flour, sugar, not salt, flour, sugar, potato mixture, add some to here. At that point, I wouldn't care so much about a 1-1-1 ratio. I would just feed it, add some water so it's not too thick, and then just wait again until it's bubbly. But you can put a warm pot holder under it, wrap it up, leave it on your counter, and then just come check on it. This probably won't be ready to bake until I would say tomorrow. So it's 2:00 in the afternoon right now. So I will check it tomorrow and see if it's ready to mix. And then I'll do another video so that you can see that. But I hope that helps with feeding. Again, a ratio of 1-1-1 just means 1 part starter, 1 part of your dry mixture, which again is flour, sugar, potato, and then 1 part of your water. And again, I feel like the alkaline water is best from Sam's, but you pick whatever water you want to pick. And then just leave this on the counter until it gets bubbly and happy. If it smells like acetone, don't bake with it, feed it, and then wait for it to get bubbly and it smells like fresh fresh bread, kind of yeasty fresh bread smell, and then you're good to bake with it.